Good evening, I'm Shamika Neely. Early absentee voting began Tuesday in Monroe County. Dan Goldblatt reports.
Though early voting is done in person, it is a form of absentee balloting designed for those unable to make it to the polls on Election Day.
The state of Indiana has tried very hard to make it accessible to get the ballot to the people, including our early absentee or early voting by absentee.
County Clerk Linda Robbins says longer evening and weekend hours will accommodate voters who were previously unable to vote in person.
We open a little bit later. We don't open until 10 o'clock, but we're open until 6 p.m. and that will help accommodate a lot of people who work.
A new feature this year also makes it easier for the visually impaired to fill out and confirm a ballot.
This can be used for people who have eye visual trouble, even macular degeneration. So you can change the way the screen looks to them.
The early voting site in Bloomington is in the Curry Building at 7th and Morton Streets near the Justice Center. For WTIU News, I'm Dan Goldblatt.
A study of the Indian Creek watershed in Morgan and Johnson counties finds that some contaminants are well above safe limits.
Water quality was tested across more than 60,000 acres of land from southwest of Martinsville to east of Morgantown. Local residents then joined a community forum to learn more about the water quality.
In our case, living on a lake, we swim in that water. And we want to make sure that the quality is good. And on our lake also, a lot of people take their drinking water right out of the lake and then run it through filters.
It affects all of us, not only farmers, but local residences, and it's important that we have clean streams for the fish, for wildlife, and that sort of thing. We want to make sure we're good citizens and take care of the property and make sure we don't pollute.
A team of researchers, including Julia Bond, sampled 19 sites throughout the watershed. Bond says the watershed has several problems.
We saw a fair amount of nutrients in the water, so we saw a lot of nitrogen and phosphorus. We also saw a lot of sediments in the water as well, suggesting that we're probably seeing some erosion throughout the watershed. And then we also saw high levels of E. coli as well, that were actually above the state limit, which is not always what you really want to be seeing in recreational waters.
The IU study recommends reducing erosion and keeping livestock waste away from groundwater among a list of ways to improve water quality.